India, USA, Russia, China. Which country has the most active players on the FIDE standard rating list? It might surprise you, but it is none of them. In the next 10 minutes, I evaluate each of the just mentioned chess superpowers and Europe. Most is based on the analysis of more than 200,000 active players and masters on the FIDE rating list, both overall and in younger categories. Before diving in, a fun fact. 202 countries have active chess players now. Active means only that a player has played at least one FIDE-rated game in the past year. I mentioned India is not the one with the most players on FIDE list. Could you guess which country is it? It's not China, United States, not even Russia, that's in the 5th place. 4 countries with significantly more players than the others are Germany in 4th, France in 3rd, India in 2nd, and Spain in the 1st place with over 18,000 active chess players. Not what I expected to see for sure. If you enjoyed this video, please support me by hitting that like or subscribe button. There is also one more perspective to share here. The numbers shown here in red are the average age of the active players in Spain, France, Germany, and the US, and it is between 39 and 42 years. Any idea what is the average age of players in the other 3 countries? In Russia it is 23, and in India only 21. Now look at China. Average age of 17 really looks promising. What about master levels? Exactly 133 countries have active players with a rating at or above 2200. And there is again a surprise at the top. China and the United States looking better here. It is obvious that their focus is more on quality than quantity. You would expect to see India a bit higher on this list though. Moving towards number 1, we have France, Russia, and Spain. And the number 1, with almost double the number of masters versus Spain, is Germany, with over 900 masters versus Spain's 500. Well done, Germany. With Spain and Germany doing so well, let's look at the profile of Europe now. It is not a country, but this would be a very long video if we looked at Europe by country. Yes, I included even UK for the purpose of this video, nothing political suggested whatsoever. There is a chess tradition in big European countries like Spain, Germany, France, or Poland. In Europe, it is easier to experience the international dimension in chess and to play tournaments in another country. As an example, I am making this video on the island of Rhodes in Greece. Not counting Russia and Azerbaijan, Europe has 9 Super-GMs today. The only country that has more than one is France with 2 of them. Europe's strength has always been diversity, although maybe it's not such a popular word anymore. It seems to work well in individual sports like tennis and chess. If you don't believe me, let me remind you. Carlsen from Norway is at the top of the rating list. What about grandmasters today? 81 countries in the world have active grandmasters. A change at the top again here, but maybe less surprising. And no, it's not India. China in 11th place, and we see Ukraine for the first time in top 5 here. India in the 4th, but their focus seems to be elite players, not just any GMs. USA and Germany are in 3rd and 2nd place. It is no surprise for me to find Russia at number 1. Including the Soviet Union, these guys have a top-level chess tradition going 100 years back. A grandmaster was telling a story how he came second in a strong international chess tournament. A friend congratulated him and asked him why he didn't look happier, and finally asked who came first. GM just answered, a bus full of Russians. For 8 decades, Soviets and Russians were the dominant force in world chess. It all started when Alekhine took the world chess title from Capablanca in 1927. No country in the world has that type of tradition. Their grassroots are very strong. Talented children are recognized early and often get strong support from a very early age in their school. I'm talking replacing arts and similar classes with a few hours of openings and endgames in school weekly. It is therefore weird for me to see only 2 Russian Super-GMs now. 15 countries have Super-GMs, meaning players rated 2700 and above. Only 6 countries have 2 or more of them. As we have 2 ties, I had to introduce a tiebreaker, which is obviously the average rating of the Super-GMs. With this tiebreaker, France is in 4th place ahead of Uzbekistan and Russia. We finally see China on the podium with 3 Super-GMs. And the most interesting part, the top, we have 2 countries with 7 Super-GMs. Due to higher average rating by 15 points, United States are number 1 here. Let's also look at Super-GM's average age. India is way younger than it even looks here. Anand is 56 this year, and if you would calculate the average age without him, it would go down to only 23. In the United States, one thing that looks weird is the small number of FIDE-rated players in younger categories. But they have the highest average rating in all categories. It is hard to get FIDE rating in the US, as one of my viewers pointed out. I went to check it out and found 27 pages of tournaments on US Chess Federation website. Once I applied FIDE-rated filter, only 15% of tournaments remained. As someone who has been to many international championships for children, I can confirm US is always at the very top with their results and with number of masters in the younger categories. Their system is working. And one thing about grassroots, more than half of US Chess Federation members are still at school. The future looks good. It is weird to call under 21s young and upcoming with Gukesh as the world champion in here, but chess players typically do peak a few years later. An honorable mention goes to Uzbekistan. 2 Super-GMs average age is only 21. Just to remind you, Chess Olympia 2026 will be held in Uzbekistan. We have Germany, Azerbaijan and China with 4 GMs under 21, Russia with 6, US with 10 and India dominant in the lead with 14, including 3 Super-GMs. Impressive. There are similar trends when we look at number of masters in the under 16 category. Poland is finally in the top 5 here. The same top 3 as in under 21 grandmasters we can find in the number of masters in the under 16 category. Russia in 3rd, United States in 2nd, and India in the clear lead. India is not only dominant in the younger categories, it is very close to becoming the number 1 chess country today by all criteria with very young overall players, GMs and especially Super-GMs. When asked recently about how many Indian players he expected in world top 10 by 2030, Anand said no more than 10. Do you know that 15 million kids in Indian schools learn chess now? In chess language, India certainly has the initiative, and it has the numbers to back it up. In under 12, India has more than double the number of active players versus second Russia. So the future at the top seems to be a sure thing as much as anything in chess is predictable. It is an individual sport after all. Who would have predicted 10 years earlier that countries like United States, India, Norway or China will have world champions in chess? I'm talking Fischer, Anand, Carlsen and Ding Liren, of course. If we have learned one thing about China in the last decades, it is that they know how to win in an area they decide to. After having Ding Liren as world champion as an inspiration, we might expect a similar effect as Anand had to the development of chess in India. China is growing its chess presence, especially in younger categories. There are 5 million kids in Chinese schools playing chess today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please support me if so, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from chessdad.